Surgical, we learn it as a skill station, but we need to work out what we're going to do in real life. So this is an example of what happens when these patients come in, and then you make a decision, and you've got to have enough room and enough space to do this. So this is usually the setup we have. And then the patient realises you're going to have to do something with their airway, like a surgical airway, and they're automatically very unhappy, okay? But what happens in these cubicles is that we don't have enough room to put the surgical airway trolley in. And we haven't pre-thought it. So what happens is you usually get the emergency registrar, another emergency registrar, and a security officer there just to kind of make sure everybody's all right, because you get the anaesthetics registrar and the anaesthetist coming down as well. The ambulance guys stay behind because this is a really interesting case they'd like to have a look at. Another emergency registrar pops into the room. The radiographer waits because they're going to need an x-ray at some point. You get a few nurses come in because they're imperative. We need to sort that out. Another nurse on the other side. We get a medical student, two medical students, a third medical student calls a medical student who comes into the cubicle. We then get the cleaners coming in because this is going to be a mess, so they're going to be prepared. They're sitting in the corner. We get security coming in because now they've seen there's a lot of people in the cubicle, so they decide to stay in the cubicle. We then get another patient from a neighbouring cubicle who hears the commotion, wants to have a little peek in, comes in, and then there's always a cat in there somewhere. There's a surgical registrar, a surgical intern, a surgical consultant comes in. This is what your cubicle looks like. Is this wrong? Yeah. Even the cat is right in some cases. All right. So we've got to clear this out, and we've got to decide where